Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing very well. Let's start with a very interesting game under JavaScript. Within few minutes you can create this game and the name of this game is guessing number game. Basically using simple concept of HTML and JavaScript you can design this game, and for this you only need to know about basics of these languages. Okay, so let's start. So here we have just created a title under head tag of HTML, that is number guessing game, and I hope you all know about it. Thereafter, we have included a style sheet. As you know, this type of style sheet is called as internal style sheet. This is called as internal CSS, and we are just using it for HTML and body. So under HTML, we have specifically written here that font family we are going to use is sans serif. You can choose it according to yours. And the body, we have said the width of the body 50%, maximum width is 800 pixel, minimum width is 480 pixel, and margin is set to 0 and auto. And this is all under style. So we are going to use this simple concept of HTML and CSS, including JavaScript for designing this game. So right now we have just created a body over which we are going to design this game. Right now, inside the HTML body part, we have just given one title, guess the number, so that it is going to reflect user. It is going to help user for better user interface. Guess the number. It will get an idea that we need to guess some numbers. This heading is just for the sake of understanding that I am explaining this. Okay, not fun. Right. Thereafter, one paragraph is written here that we have selected a random number between 1 to 10. See if you can guess it. So we means machine will guess a random number and you need to guess it between 1 to 10. Now, if you are going to see here, after this paragraph, this is going to see, you are going to see this paragraph exactly, and thereafter we are creating a form. I hope everybody is very well in creating forms. For that, we have created a division tag. Inside that, we are using a class whose name is form. Thereafter, we are using one label, and this label is enter a guess. So on the form, you are going to see first enter a guess, and this guess between 1 to 10, you need to put it into the form of text. So the next is input type text whose ID is guess field. It means that the guess, let's say your number is 5 that you have guessed. So we need to put this 5 number. We need to put this particular number 5 into guess field, which could be of text type. And ID is guess field and class is guess field. Thereafter, one more input type is there whose name is submit, and the value is submit guess. So whatever guess you have just put it on that particular input text, it would be submitted. And here ID is submit guess. So this ID class we have created and we are going to use it inside our JavaScript code. So here script type is text JavaScript. However, you can only write script also. It is going to work. This type is optional. However, you can write it for better interface, right? Okay. Now, inside JavaScript, the first line that we have written is where y. It is a variable. I hope everybody is very much clear with variable part in JavaScript. Variable are numbers which we can change. It cannot be number. It can be string or it can be anything which can change further. So right now, my variable is y. Y is the name of my variable which is going to hold something. What it is going to hold here? It is going to hold some random number between 1 to 10. How we know it? Because here we have written math.floor. Inside that we have written math.random. So this math.random method is going to generate a random number between 0 to 1. 0 is inclusive, 1 is exclusive. Let me try to write it clearly here. Math.random number is going to generate random number between 0 and 1, where 0 is where 0 is inclusive and 1 is exclusive. Let's say they have, for example, for example, let's say it have generated 0.4. So it is generated 0.4. It will be multiplied with 10 and 1 will be added. So the number will become 0.4 into 10, that is 4 plus 1, 5. So the random number will become 5. What does this math.floor? You know, in mathematics, we are used of two values. One is called as seal value and another is called as floor value, right? So let's say if your number is 7.9 and if you are using floor, so 7.9 inside floor is 7. And if you are using, let's say 7.1, then 7.1 is also in floor, it will be 7. But if you are going to use seal value, inside seal value 7.9 will become 8 and 7.1 will also act as 8 if you are using sealing value for that. So seal and floor value is there. So whatever user is going to enter, it is going to adjust the number with the floor value of it, right? So this function math.random and before it math.floor, it is going to basically generate a number for you. Now you need to guess. This particular line is generating a number which is random number between 0 to 10, but 1 to 10, and it is going to hold by what? Why? The y variable is going to hold it. After that, one more variable is there whose name is guess. So this guess here, it is a variable. How I know it? Because before it var is written. It means that this guess is a variable and initial value is assigned to this variable is a 1. So guess is a variable whose initial value is 1. After that, document.get element by id submit guess. So I know you got it. This id we have put here. Id equals to submit guess, right? Inside this box. When we are going to click on submit button, this is going to catch the submit button, submit the value of submit button, and on click, if I am going to click on submit button, that guess will be submitted and this function will execute because we have written on click equals to function. So this function is going to invoke, and what this function is going to do, where x, one more variable is here whose name is x, and what it is going to do, document.get element by id guess field. So inside this guess field which we have written here, in this input type is text and id is guess field, correct? So whatever number we are going to put, whatever number user is going to guess, it is going to hold that value. I hope it is clear. Two variables. This y variable is random number generated by machine. This x is a variable which is going to hold the value which is guessed by user. Now we are having two variables, y and x, and one more variable guess whose initial value is 1. Okay. After that, we are using conditional statements. So if we are comparing any two values, here we are comparing x and y. So either x can be equal to y, or x can be greater than y, or x can be less than y. Only three possibilities are there, right? So if x equals to y, it means that the number that is generated by machine is equal to the number that was guessed by user. If it is equal, then alert message will be there. Congratulations, your guess is right in whatever number is guessed right now. If first time you are going to guess the correct number, it is going to print congratulations, your guess is right in first guess. Else if you have guessed any number which is greater than the number which is generated by machine, then else if case will be there, because let's say machine have generated a random number 2 and you have guessed 5. So 5 is greater than 2. In that case, the value of this variable guess will become incremented by 1. So guess value will be 2 now, because initially it was 1. And now alert message will be there. Oops, sorry, try a smaller number, because the number that was generated by machine was 2 and you have guessed 6 or 5, which is greater than that. So in that case, the variable guess will increment by 1 and alert message will be there that try to guess some smaller numbers. Meanwhile, if you are going to guess number which is lesser than the random number generated by machine, let's say machine have generated 4 and you have guessed 2, so it is lesser than that. In that case also, it is going to increment the value of this variable guess plus plus, and one alert message will be there. Oops, sorry, try a greater number, because you are guessing the number which is lesser than that. So this is how this script, this JavaScript code is going to work, and this is how we are going to work on it. It would be more interesting if you are going to see it with live code implementation. So see here, I hope guess the number. It was the heading 1, Professor Rahul Jain. It is heading 2. In paragraph, we have selected a random number between 1 to 10. See if you can guess it. Okay, let me try to guess it. What did I guess? Okay, 5. Now I am submitting this button. On clicking this button, I am going to get try a smaller number. It means that I have guessed a number which is something more, which is something greater. So I will click here, okay. And this time I am going to put 3. Submit guess. Oh, sorry, try a smaller number. Again, I need to do something. Let's say I am putting 1. Submit guess. Oh, sorry, try a greater number. So on 3, it is asking me to lesser. On 1, it is asking me try a greater number. Obviously, it will be 2. So submit a guess. This time, congratulations, you guessed it right in 4 guess. So in 4 guess, I have guessed the correct number which is generated by machine. This is a very interesting game, very simple game which you can design with the help of a very simple Java code. I hope it is clear to everyone. Further, if anybody have any kind of doubt, any kind of confusion or any kind of query, feel free to ask, guys. Thank you so much. Have a very nice day. Stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a very nice day. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.